a Sunday to a Wednesday, you had to make 2 steps up, unless you played Ajax or PSV in the weekend. But if you play Premier League, it is either the same quality you face or a little step up. So yes, it's again a very difficult one because Atletico Madrid has done so well in La Liga over so many years with Diego Simeone. They were even able to win the league twice when you face Real Madrid and Barcelona. And they've been twice in the final of the Champions League. So this again is a team that is a difficult one to play against because of the mentality, because of their team performance, because of their individual quality. The last time I faced them, I still wake up sometimes, and that's not true, but at night thinking about Griezmann, how good he was in that game. I think we lost 3-1. I'm not exactly sure, but he was outstanding that game. So the good thing now is that in my team I have players that can do similar things than Griezmann can do. And although I loved my players at Feyenoord a lot as well, but at that moment of time, in their moment of their career, they were not able to compete with Griezmann on that night.
Thanks, Arne.
Hans.
Hi, Arne. You talk about the new players coming in, but you have won those 4 games in the Premier League. What does that say about the squad? And also, the mentality, that strong mentality has stayed there, hasn't it? Because you've won those games late on.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's very focused on us winning the game late on. But that, again, has a lot to do with the teams we faced as well. So, of course, it has a bit to do with how fit we are, that we can always keep on going and make the difference in the end and last part of the game. But if you face maybe teams that are not as strong as that, you are able to win the game a bit earlier. So it probably also tells you how difficult our schedule has been in the first few games for us to be, that we need to win it in the end. Then people will tell me, yeah, what are you talking about? You've played Burnley as well. But again, this team only conceded 14 goals last season in the whole season. So yeah, very happy with where we are, especially because I don't know if everyone knows what I mean with that, but I think everyone does. What a summer we've been through. And I'm not talking about selling players or bringing players in. I think we all know where I'm talking about. And then to be here with 12 points after such a difficult start in terms of the teams we faced is more than expected. But still, we know as well, and we want to do better. But I also wanted to do better than last season. So if we would have kept that team together, we needed to do better as well. And that's why we are every day on the training pitch to try, and in meetings to try and make the team better.
You talk about the new players, but one of the older players, Andy Robertson, came off the bench on Sunday, played brilliantly well against Burnley. How much can he help, to say, like a Milos Kerkez, for example?
Brilliantly well. I think he played well. That we agree. If he would have played brilliantly well, he would have hit this left foot outside shot into the top corner. No, he had a very good impact. Milos started the game not brilliantly well, but he started the game well. But we had to take him off, and then it's such a nice thing that you have Andy Robertson to replace him, and he just came in the team as if he'd never been doing anything else and started to play with his teammates. But it was a difficult game for us, so I don't think anyone played brilliantly well. But he definitely played well, and so it's good to have him in the squad. That's for sure.
Session. Only positives, and off the pitch as well. We're having conversations. I spoke to him during the international break once everything was sorted. It's now about getting him as fit as possible and to understand each one of us as quickly as possible. How we train, how we press, our set pieces, so it's been a good week for him, and let's see tomorrow. Slot, meanwhile, insisted he was pleased with the team's perfect start to the new campaign after undergoing a major squad overhaul over the summer. Apart from Isak, the likes of Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike arrived on Merseyside, while Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez and Jero Quansah were among those heading for the Anfield exit. "We are far above my expectations during the summer," said Slot. "We all know what happened this summer, and for us to be on 12 points from these fixtures is so much more than I expected, especially after so many changes in our group. I think we can do better, but we're not every time going to face Newcastle away and Arsenal at home. Someone told me that it's the first time Burnley lost a home game, and it tells you how hard it is to play these games and win. There's so much focus on our new signings and especially pundits who favor, not us, but some other clubs in the country that cannot stop talking about £450 million, I repeat £450 million, £450 million, but always forget the £300 million that we've sold." Liverpool's Mohamed Salah and Alexander Isak during training. Reuters. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah and Alexander Isak during training. Reuters. Sport Football. Liverpool v Atletico Madrid. Slot confirms record signing Isak set for debut but will not play 90 minutes. Swedish striker is in squad for Reds' opening match of their Champions League campaign. Gareth Cox. September 16, 2025. Arne Slot has confirmed that British record signing Alexander Isak is lined to make his Liverpool debut against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday, but made clear it will not be for the whole 90 minutes. Liverpool take on the Spaniards in their opening UEFA Champions League group stage clash at Anfield, having enjoyed 4 wins out of 4 so far in the early stages of their bid to retain the Premier League title. All 4 of those matches have needed late goals to secure all 3 points, the latest of which down to an injury time penalty from Mohamed Salah against Burnley on Sunday. Reds coach Slot revealed before the game at Turf Moor that Isak signed for £125 million from Newcastle United after a protracted transfer that dominated the summer. Headlines: had not played enough football to be considered and had been left out of the matchday squad. The Swedish striker had not kicked a competitive ball since the end of last season until the recent international break, when he twice appeared off the bench in World Cup qualifiers. But Slot said on Tuesday that the 25-year-old was in the squad to take on Diego Simeone's side and could make his debut. "Definitely a chance because he's in the squad and the chance to play, I would usually say. 99.9% sure, but I can say 100% sure he will not play 90 minutes, but he's part of the squad," said the Dutch coach in Tuesday's pre-match press conference. "It's already a Champions League game to look forward to, but if people look forward to his playing time, that could mean that could happen tomorrow as well." On whether Isak might start the match, Slot added, "The only thing we're sure of is he will not play 90. Isak, who scored 62 goals in 109 games for Newcastle, spent a majority of pre-season training on his own after demanding a move from Merseyside to Tyneside, not playing in any of the Magpies' friendly matches or opening games of the Premier League campaign. But Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk revealed that his new teammate was clearly keen to make an immediate impact during training despite his summer of inactivity. "Very good impression, very eager," said Dutch defender Van Dijk. "Obviously the quality he's been showing already since the first session. Only positives, and off the pitch as well. We're having conversations. I spoke to him during the international break once everything was sorted. It's now about getting him as fit as possible and to understand each one of us as quickly as possible. How we train, how we press, our set pieces, so it's been a good week for him, and let's see tomorrow." Slot, meanwhile, insisted he was pleased with the team's perfect start to the new campaign after undergoing a major squad overhaul over the summer. Apart from Isak, the likes of Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike arrived on Merseyside, while Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez and Jero Quansah were among those heading for the Anfield exit. "We are far above my expectations during the summer," said Slot. "We all know what happened this summer, and for us to be on 12 points from these fixtures is so much more than I expected, especially after so many changes in our group. I think we can do better, but we're not every time going to face Newcastle away and Arsenal at home. Someone told me that it's the first time Burnley lost a home game, and it tells you how hard it is to play these games and win. There's so much focus on our new signings and especially pundits who favor, not us, but some other clubs in the country that cannot stop talking about £450 million, I repeat £450 million, 450 million pounds, but always forget the 300 million pounds that we've sold. These players we've brought in are a lot of money but are playing now with players worth the same amount of money. If we want to strengthen the squad, we have to spend that money. If we were to sell Dominic Szoboszlai tomorrow, he'd be worth 100 million pounds as well.